What's up you guys, it's Aisling. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video all about drugstore makeup and what I would recommend in a beginner or newbie starter kit when it comes to makeup. I've been wearing makeup for a long time. I want to say the best part of 10 years I've been wearing makeup, and I feel like a lot of these products I stand by and say that they're quite good. I was going to apply all the products onto my face. I probably will do that in an upcoming video, but for now I just kind of want to focus mostly on the makeup and talking about the individual products themselves, what I recommend. This can be for somebody who's just starting out in makeup, brand new to makeup, has no idea about makeup. It could be someone who's using makeup for years. It could be a makeup artist who wants to add to their kit. But I want to talk about affordable products because that way you can try the products, see how you get on with them, and you don't have to spend a whole lot of money, especially if it's something that you feel like you want to add to your kit or add to your makeup collection, but you just don't really have the money, or you don't want to spend the money on something a bit more high end. So we're going to be talking about drugstore products today, and if you guys are interested in that, then definitely hit subscribe because I do that quite a lot on this channel. And also, if you enjoyed this video, thumbs it up, that would help me out a bunch. And if you guys are ready, then let's get into the video. So I want to talk about primers briefly. Primers are not essential. You don't need them all the time. They're just something that I quite like on my skin because I like a barrier between my foundation and my actual natural skin. So I like to put on a primer, but don't feel like you have to run out and get a primer if you don't like the feel of it or you don't want to use one on your skin. You don't need to get a primer necessarily, but there are two primers that I recommend. The first one is obviously the Catrice Sensational. You're sick to death hearing about this on my channel. However, if you are new, you might not know that this is my favorite primer on the market. I absolutely adore it for a ton of different reasons, but one of them is the glow and the luminosity that it gives to my skin. I feel like nothing works as well as this primer. I'm using a different primer today, and I will even know, looking at my skin, I'm like, there's something missing from my base makeup, and I was like, yeah, I didn't use this today. This gives my skin this luminous, radiant, hydrated, youthful appearance. It's not a primer that I would say, oh, if you've oily skin, stay away from, because I'm super oily and it works so well on my skin, so I would highly recommend this. But if you have oily skin, you don't want to go down the route of something a bit more hydrating. I totally understand that. So then a primer like this one, this is the mattifying pore and minimizing primer from Essence, right up your alley. This is a fantastic primer because it mattifies the skin. It stops all my oils from coming through throughout the day. It's fantastic. Sometimes I'll just wear this alone as well on a particular day, like I'll moisturize my skin and just put this primer on if I don't want to get really oily in the day, like nothing else on. It's a great primer. It has black clay in it, but once you blend it into the skin, it completely disappears. So don't get frightened if you look at this and you're like, oh my god, it's black. Once you blend it in, it just blends out. So it's not going to leave you grey or muddy or anything like that. So those two primers, high recommendations of mine. So I went back and forth between the foundations that I was going to recommend today. I really wanted to recommend the Conceal and Hydrate to you guys. I love this foundation. I think it is one of the best foundations on the market, and I just feel like it's suitable for most skin types, and I can't stress about it enough, but I talk about it quite a lot here in this channel. So I do wanted to talk about other foundations that I really love that are great. The first one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. This is the original one. I know there's a dewy one out. I am going to be doing a wear test on that. I'm just waiting for it to arrive in the post. So this one is like a super full coverage foundation, but it is so gorgeous on the skin. It's definitely more mattifying as well, so if you have drier skin, you might not like this, but I know a lot of people with dry skin that really like this foundation. This works so well on my skin under like different lighting conditions, for the longevity. Everything about this foundation is great. I have a full wear test on this and the next foundation I'm going to talk about if you want to see how they last throughout the day. But this foundation is just so great. Now, some people don't like the smell of it. They said it smells like paint. Personally, I never really get that off it. I just feel like it smells like there's kind of like a citrus scent to it. It doesn't affect me, and I suffer from migraine and I can't wear a lot of scents, and if there's scented products like Huda Beauty, some of her products I cannot even touch with a barge pole because they're so fragrant and they just set off my migraine, but this doesn't. So if you are worried about that, it doesn't linger or anything like that. It's a great foundation. This one is a little bit more on the medium full coverage side. This is the 24-hour fresh wear from Loreal. You can see like it's completely worn off. I love it that much. This is more of a lightweight consistency. I would recommend this more to drier skin or normal. Oily, I have oily and I love it. So I think this is kind of an all-rounder good foundation for the majority of different skins, and that's why I recommend both of these. They'll give you long-lasting full coverage or medium coverage if you want to go with this one, buildable, and I love the look of both of these on my skin. I think they're great. However, if you didn't want to go down the route of like more of like a full coverage base, you wanted something a little bit like maybe like a BB cream or CC cream, I love the Dream Urban Cover from Maybelline. This is a really, really great foundation, and I haven't actually heard that many people talk about it. Maybe I'm just not watching the right people. But this is a lightweight protective makeup, so it has an SPF 50 in it. Hello, It Cosmetics. This is your twin. It's so similar to the It Cosmetics CC cream, and I love that. You guys know that is like my ride or die CC cream. I love it more than anything. I use this in exactly the same way for more light coverage. It's just fantastic. So that is another option there if you just wanted something a little less full coverage. Two full coverage concealers, but they both kind of work differently. The first one is the Make a Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite. Oh my god, this makes my under eye area look like velvet. I cannot stress how gorgeous this is. It's super full coverage, covers everything up, but it doesn't go cakey, it doesn't crease, nothing like that. It's a great concealer. But I do recommend this if you want something that is going to cover up your under eye area and you're not going to see a sin under your eyes. It is great. So that is one of my main recommendations. But if you want something a little bit more lightweight, you don't like that thicker feel, because it doesn't feel thick under my eye. I have it on today. It doesn't feel thick, but it is definitely of a thicker consistency when you apply it. So maybe that's just not your jam and you prefer something a little bit more liquidy, then I would go with the Liquid Camouflage Concealer from Catrice. Oh my god, guys, this is one of the best concealers. I love this so much. It's so lightweight, it's so full coverage. I cannot stress how great this is for coverage, for longevity, the fact it doesn't crease, the fact it doesn't look crappy or cake underneath the eye. It's really, really great, and it's like €3 or €4. So you cannot beat it on price either. So we've talked about base products. I want to talk about setting products for the base. The first one is the Fit Me Maybelline Matte and Poreless Powder. Love this so much. I'm in the shade 220, just if you're wondering. I'm nearly all out of this. One of the best pressed powders on the market, in my opinion, for setting the entire face. It's just great. I can only speak on myself because I'm oily, but if you want something to hold back your oils, this powder will do it. It's one of the best powders I've ever found from the drugstore. I love the Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder, but I hate the packaging, so I never bring it with me anywhere because the lid always falls off it and then it just breaks in my makeup bag and destroys it all the time. So this is why I opt for this one over that one, but it is a great pressed powder also, but just this one has better packaging, and personally to me, I prefer the look of it on my skin. It doesn't look cakey or anything like that. It doesn't bunch up in certain parts of my face, and again, it keeps my oils at bay. And then again, for a loose powder, if you're not into pressed powders, the Fit Me Maybelline loose powder is one of the best ones. Every single time I mention this, a lot of my Irish or UK subscribers always ask me where I got this. I bought this in America, so I'm so sorry about that. I bought this when I was in the US in Target, I believe. Was it Target? I'm not sure. I bought it from an American drugstore, so I'm sorry you can't get this in Ireland, but I'll try and find it online. I can't see why you couldn't get this online, and I still don't understand why this isn't in Ireland, because it's one of the best loose powders on the market. I highly recommend this. It's great. Again, it does the exact same thing as the Matte and Poreless, but it's in a loose form. I know it's just the original Fit Me, but I feel like it's great at just mattifying my skin, and it makes my skin look like velvet. It just is a gorgeous formulation in this, and again, it's like one of the best pressed powders from the drugstore. It has no scent in it. If it had no scent in it, I'd probably talk about the Coty Airspun, which I really like as well, but it just, the scent of it, ugh, when I initially put it on, it's just too much for me to handle. I want to talk about under eye setting products now, and the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I still love this. Still to this day, do I recommend this? Do I use it? I think it's great. It kind of got discontinued there for a while, and then they brought it back so you can get it everywhere, and it is just a gorgeous shade, and it's really, really creamy and finely milled. I've hit pan on this like twice before. I love it. It's great. I find that this is quite comparable to the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light. Some people don't. I do personally. It does the exact same thing for me, and it sets my under eye area whilst brightening and not creasing or sinking into fine lines or anything, so I really, really like that as well. For bronzers, there is no other bronzer. This is going to come as no surprise. I think Chewy wants to get out. Do you want to leave, Choo Choo? I better let him out. This bronzer is going to come as no surprise. I've loved it for so long. It's the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. Now, I broke mine and I had to repress it, so that's why it looks a bit gammy. But this is the deep one, I believe. Hang on, why doesn't it tell me what shade it is? Yeah, deep bronzer. It still smells like coconuts. Oh, it's gorgeous. At one stage, this smelled like alcohol for, I want to say, the best part of like a week. And I had to leave it aside till it completely evaporated off. So now all the alcohol has evaporated off. This bronzer is just gorgeous. Absolutely love it. It's just a great shade. It's not too like orange and it's not too pale on my skin. Like, it just gives me that gorgeous glow like I've been to the beach. Again, it comes in a lighter shade, and Physicians Formula is available on iHerb, and I believe there's like lots of places that sell it now in Ireland as well, like in our own pharmacies and stuff. So it is an easier product to get than it was a couple of years ago. Brilliant bronzer. Cannot beat this on price, shade, just the way it performs. Everything about this is a great bronzer, and I cannot stress enough how much I love it. Cream contour product. Again, I know not everybody cream contours, but this NYX cream contour palette, I've talked about this at length for the last while, is fantastic. So if you are looking for a cream contour palette, maybe you enjoy cream contouring or you do makeup on others or anything like that, this one is highly recommended because there's a couple of different shades in it, and then there's also concealers on the other side. So I think it is really, really, really great, and I love the creams in this palette, how blendable they are and how easy they are to use. So that's just another option for cream contouring if you do that. I think, and I don't want to speak for everyone, that we all love a good bronzer. So yeah, that's why I included in bronzer and not really contouring products. But yeah, that would be a really great cream contour product. For me, blushers are not like a major, oh, I have to get like the best high-end blusher. I mostly use like drugstore blushes or just blushes that perform really well on my skin, and I've used the same ones for years. If I was to recommend any blush palette, it would be this one here, which is the Revolution Hot Spice. To be honest, any of the Revolution palettes would be great. Obviously, this might not be suitable for people with deeper skin tones, so I would recommend obviously going for a darker palette like this, but this one's like €4 and you get 6 blushes and 2 highlights, which I never use. But for the 6 blushes and they're €4, like, you really can't go wrong. They're like 50 cents a component, which is just unbelievable. It's a great blush palette. I really like it. So if you are looking for something from a blusher, I would go with this. I have a couple of L'Oreal ones I really, really, really like, but they're just €11–12 and you don't necessarily need it. You can go with them if you wanted something smaller and compact for your makeup bag. But if you are just doing your makeup or you want extra blushes in your collection, then this would be what I would recommend to go for, because I mean, it's a no-brainer. I absolutely adore for highlight the Intense Metallic highlighters from Maybelline. They have tons of different shades. This one is in Molten Gold. I like Molten... What's the other one that they do? Is it something rose gold? I'm not sure what the actual shades of them are called. This one is Broke. This is my second one of these that I've like had in my collection. One I lost when I was moving, and the second one I bought broke. But the shade of this is gorgeous. And if you guys know, I'm not crazy about highlighters at the moment. Like, I'm just not wearing them at the moment. It's not like I'm not crazy about them, but I still do like a good highlighter. This would be what I would recommend. The Wet n Wild highlighters are fantastic as well. I do really, really recommend them, but I just prefer the shade of this. I prefer how it kind of glows on the skin and it sits on the skin. It doesn't sink into pores and doesn't cause texture to show up or anything like that. It is a really great highlighter, so I highly recommend that. Next up, I'm going to move on to eyes. I'm going to start with brows. So I want to talk about a brow product that I absolutely adore. Cannot stress how much I love this. I have to stop saying I adore this, I adore that. This is a great eyebrow pencil. This is from Catrice and it's the Slimmatic Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. It's a waterproof brow pencil, and this one I have is in medium, and I used it through my brows today before I started my makeup, because I did do a full face of Makeup Revolution if you guys are interested. But this is just such a great brow product, or a great formula. It gets right through the brow. It's really easy to use. I love the shade of it. I love the spoolie on the end. I love everything about this brow product. The only thing I don't like about it is that it runs through quite quickly. However, it is only like €2 or €3, so you will get about 3 weeks out of this if you're using it every day. I mean, I know that sounds like really crazy, but I apply brow products like there's no tomorrow, like it's going out of fashion. This is the only brow product I really would recommend from the drugstore. Essence have great ones as well. I really like the NYX pencils, but I just feel like the formula of this and the longevity of this is better than all of them. I just love this one the most. That's just what I'm trying to say. I don't really talk about eyeshadow primers that much because I don't use them that often, but if I was to recommend one, it's the Infallible 24-Hour Concealer Pomade. I know it's a concealer, but I use it as an eyeshadow primer, and this just makes my eyeshadows pop. I sometimes use this underneath my brow as well, just to kind of carve out my brow. This is one of the best products on the market. I can't believe that it's only like €6. It's so good at concealing. It's just brilliant. The quality of this is outstanding. It's comparable with a high-end concealer. It's supposed to be a dupe for the NARS creamy concealer. I'm not sure, the one that comes in the pot. I've never used it, so I don't know, but it is supposed to be a dupe for it. I've heard that before. This is such a great concealer, and it's so full coverage, and I use it all over my eyelid, like I said, to make my eyeshadows pop, and it just is amazing. Up until a couple of weeks ago, I would say that these are probably the best eyeshadow palettes from the drugstore, which I still kind of stand by that. The Makeup Revolution Soap palette is just gorgeous, and again, it's super affordable. It's beautiful. I have it on my eyes today, the greens and stuff. It's gorgeous. And then I also love these Reloaded palettes because they're just, again, super affordable. They're about €5 from the drugstore. They're great, and they are just lovely, lovely shadows. So like I said, I would have gone with the Revolution ones previous, but I have to mention one other palette. But these are what I would recommend from the drugstore for eyeshadow palettes. They're just great for formulation, for how long they last on the eyes, how easy they are to blend. They're just really great palettes for the price. Cannot stress that enough. But at the moment, I'm loving this Pro palette from Catrice, and these are the shades on the inside. This is a gorgeous palette, and Catrice have never brought out a formula like this before. I've been wearing Catrice eyeshadows for years, and I've never come across eyeshadows like these. They're so creamy and buttery, and they're really easy to blend, and the shade selection is to die for. And I'm really shocked by just the quality of these shadows. They are a little bit more pricey, this palette, than the Reloaded palettes from Makeup Revolution. So if you're not into spending, I think these are like €10, then go with the Reloaded ones. If you are interested in picking up a really pretty palette, it comes in 2 shades, so I'm hoping that they bring out more. Apparently this is supposed to be limited edition. Well, that's what it said when I got my PR, but it is permanent, I think. So I would definitely recommend picking these palettes up if you want to try good quality eyeshadow palettes, or else go with the Revolution ones, which again are superb for the price. Up until a few weeks ago, I would probably not be recommending this product, but I got sent out the Catrice Brush Ink Tattoo Liner. It was sent to me in PR, and I've never been so excited about an eyeliner in my life, other than the Essence Liquid Ink Liner, which is fantastic as well because it is just super black and inky. However, this one's waterproof, and that's what it has kind of the edge over the other one, the Essence one. This one is so easy to use. It's super black, it's really intense and waterproof. So my eyes sometimes water like in the wind out on the corner, and I do find that like my eyeliner will smudge and just look horrendous. Whereas this is waterproof, so it doesn't move, and you need a waterproof product to take it off at night, which is not a big deal. It's really, really easy to use because it has a brush tip on it, and it's really fine. It's very black and very inky, and I just love everything about that liner. It's just such a great product, such a good find, and really inexpensive. So what I do is I do my wing liner in this eye and then shake it up and then do it on the other eye. It's such a great liquid liner, and I'm so surprised that I liked it as much as I did. But I cannot recommend it enough, and if you are looking for a new one, that would be my go-to. Like, it's so good. For mascaras, I could recommend so many for you. The Essence Lash Princess, the Catrice Colossal, the Catrice Glam and Doll, and now this one. This is the Catrice Lashes to Kill Sexy Volume. It's my favorite mascara. I also love the Loreal Telescopic as well. That's a really great mascara, but this one's even cheaper. This is the Lashes to Kill Sexy Volume, like I said, from Catrice, and I just love everything about this. This is such a great mascara because of my lashes. I have really short lashes, so it gets right down to the lash line, flicks up my lashes, gives me volume, separates my lashes, creates loads of lashes. Volume. It just makes me look like I have lashes and curls my lashes. It's great. Another mascara that I completely forgot about and I tried again today is the Mascara Revolution. This is a great mascara as well for an affordable mascara. I really like the Catrice one. The only issue I do have with it is if your eyes water at all, like at all, this will streak on you. I don't find that with the Revolution one. I couldn't remember how much I loved this, and I can remember now why I loved it is because the wand is so great. And it's really, really big, and it creates really long separated lashes, and it also doesn't smudge on me. So I do like that about this mascara. But both those mascaras are great. Again, mascara is down to personal preference. If you want one that lifts, if you want one that separates, if you want one that volumizes, it's all down to you. And I'm sure you probably have your own mascara that you love and go to, but they're just other recommendations. Now finally, for lips, I want to talk about liners, obviously, and the only liners I would ever recommend for you guys are from NYX. I have so many different ones. The retractable ones are great. They're the only thing I'm not crazy about them is they dry out. That's the only thing. But all of the pencils are fantastic. Like I just, this is a retractable one here. This is one of my favorite shades. I think this is in like sugar something or other. I can find the name of it. No, it's just natural. Like I already mentioned, the retractable ones wouldn't be my favorite formula just because they do dry out. But I absolutely love Mauve lip liner from NYX. Oh, it's such a beautiful shade. I love Sandstorm. I love Nude Suede Shoes. I cannot tell you how much NYX lip liner formula is like the best on the market. They do so many shades. They're so affordable. They're really long lasting, and you can see like how much I use them. Like they're just pared down to next to nothing. I have tons of different shades. I've red ones, I've burgundy ones. God only knows why, because I never wear those shades, but I have loads of nudes. I love the lip liners from NYX, and I haven't found any drugstore lip liners that work as well as them. Like honestly, I don't know any that work as well as them. For lipsticks, I would say that the Catrice Demi Matte lipsticks are the best. You guys have heard me talk about these quite a lot. This is the shade 060, and it's this gorgeous red. Like they're so opaque in one swatch. They're really long lasting, and the color selection is outstanding. I just hope they bring out more colors and keep the selection going. This is the number 100. It's my favorite. I absolutely love it. It's like a mauvey pink tone, but the shades are just so good from Catrice in these Demi Matte line. It's just the best formula I found in forever from the drugstore, and I can't recommend them enough. For liquid lipsticks, I can't say enough good things about the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. I have two shades, well I have loads of shades, but these are the two I have here. Pioneer, which is this red shade. I need to get more into reds. I don't know what is wrong with me when it comes to reds, but I have so many and I just think that they're beautiful, but just on me they look funny. And the other one here is Lover. I love this shade. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. So Lover, and that one is, what did I say? Pioneer. And they're really, really, really nice. Loyalist is also another one of my favorite shades. They are gorgeous, and they're really long lasting, really long wearing, and again, can't say enough good things about them. For lip glosses, I only have one lip gloss that I really, really, really like, and that one is from Revolution. It's the one I have on my lips today. It smells really well. It looks really well on. It's not sticky. It's not gloopy. It's long lasting. I'm not a big gloss person, so I'm probably like the worst person to ask about glosses and which ones are the best, because again, I'm not a gloss person. I prefer a more matte lip or just a lipstick. So if you guys are more into glosses and you want to help out other girls or guys in the comment section with your gloss recommendations, then definitely leave them down there. But that's just my favorite gloss and one that I would recommend. I also like the Essence lip glosses. They've loads of clear ones, coloured ones, and they're really, really handy and super affordable, and they smell nice, and again, they're not gloopy, so there'd be another option if you want to try them out. I hope this video wasn't too long, guys. I feel like I've been talking forever. I hope it was informative. If you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to thumbs it up. That helps me out so much. And if there's any other products that you think would be a recommendation for a starter kit, somebody who's just getting into makeup, somebody who's new to makeup, or somebody who wants to expand their makeup collection, definitely leave your recommendations down in the comment section. It helps loads of people out, and I love when I see you all interacting with each other. Like, it is really nice to see. So that's me done and dusted. Thank you so much for watching today, guys, and I will talk to all of you in my next video. Mwah. Bye.